And what threw me off, I was watching a interview on the newsroom with the private investigator.
Newsroom Africa.
Newsroom Africa.
Sure.
With this private investigator, PI. And his name is, I think, something like Andre Sneeman. And this guy was saying, Uguti, so he does a lot of cases and he's part of a whole group of people that share information around what is criminal acts, blah, 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 blah. And he's saying, Uguti, they're a group of like 100,000 people. Okay. I wouldn't just say intelligence. I would assume, Uguti, within this group of 100,000, there might be journalists, you know, that want to break the latest story. There might be people that work for Ifidelity or police officers, whatever the case is. But it's a 100,000 strong network. Yeah. And he was saying, Uguti, he had a tip-off last year, January, that there's a guy by the name of Thabo Bester who had broken out of prison and was living in Hyde Park. January 2022. So Thabo Bester, so he goes to Hyde Park, and then he goes to the house, you know, that house that they were trying to renovate and have the medical facilities, whatever. But no one is living there. Next door to that house, there was a security guard. And he drives there and he goes, hey, I'm looking for a guy by the name of Thabo Bester. Yeah. You know, and he describes him. He's like, yeah, I know he lives here. Not this house that everybody that's media's going crazy about, the house next door with private security. And he's like, no, he's in and out. He's in and out. Maybe come back later, you'll catch him, whatever the case may be, or you'll get to talk to him. You know, what car does he drive? He drives a white Porsche. Is this the guy? Yes. And he goes, okay, sharp. He doesn't know the big thing about Thabo Bester right now. Again, I'm assuming that he does like 100 different cases. He goes there and he starts compiling certain evidence. And then in May, this Thabo guy dies. The whole thing gets burnt in a cell, whatever. Sure. And he's like, okay, that's the end of that. Let me focus on my other cases. Kudlu November, he gets a picture of Thabo Bester in Cape Town having lunch with a lady. Uti then takes all of this that he has from January to him dying to this picture, and then he goes to the magistrate court in Randburg and he drops it off at the magistrate court, and the magistrate will process and will come back to you. Uti, to this day, no one's ever come back to him.